You, a professional, intuitive life coach, healer, mentor, guide, tarot, Reiki, whatever it is you do. But if you are intuitively led and you have turned those intuitive services into your beautiful life's work, welcome. This is the first step into how you create one to $5,000 months in your business. This is going to not burn you out. We are going to talk about brass tacks, action steps you can take starting right now in a way that feels good, feels fun to grow your business, is not going to stress you out. We are going to talk numbers. I actually have a degree in finance and I have my own intuitive business. And I started this portion of my business, number one, because I was called to it by Source Energy, but number two, because I realized intuitives need to have things, we just need things simplified for us because we feel so much, we intuit so much. We need to be spending time taking care of our energy and loved ones and doing the things we enjoy so we can show up better for the world and clients. Let's get started. These are the weekly steps you can take to make $1,000 to $5,000 a month consistently as an intuitive coach, healer, leader, mentor, or guide. And if we haven't met before, I'm Emily McNaughton. I'm a professional intuitive. I also have a degree in business. And I have lived two worlds most of my life. And then the beauty of those two worlds joined a couple of years ago. So, like I said, I'm a professional intuitive medium. I also help people do house and energy clearings. I'm the founder of two healing modalities. One is called Your Energy First, the Inner Light Framework, and the other one is Holding Energetic Space. And I also teach energetic mediumship, and I also teach people how to do their own house and space clearings. So I actually worked in tech for 17 years, and I was in corporate for longer than that. And I always loved energy work. I was such a curious person. I've seen energy since I was a kid, and I had my own practice. Never in a million years thought it would be what I did. I always knew I'd be an entrepreneur, just didn't think it would be that. But that's what we love about life. So many surprises, right? I've also written a book, actually a couple of books. One of them is Your Energy First, How to Be Your Own Transformational Healer. And I firmly believe in every single thing that I teach that you are your own beautiful source of empowered. You deserve to know how to be empowered in your energy, period. Whether it's working with your intuition, doing energy work, with your business, everybody deserves the autonomy to know how to care for their energy first, period. And then what do we do when our energy feels good and our energetic tank is full? We help other people. Brilliant. Brilliant. So, like I said, degree in finance, multi-passionate entrepreneur, probably just like you are. You're probably not just, there's not just one thing you like to do. There's a bunch of things. I also love animals. I'm not vegan, maybe one day. I love interior design. I'm a newer half marathoner, which did not think I'd be doing that. And I love thrillers and game nights and going to bed at a decent hour. Okay, we're getting right into it. Your foundation, first and foremost, I want you to actually lean into your own personal inner space. And I want you to feel into what parts of your offer, we're going to pick one offer to start. And I want you to think about, what do you really, really love to do? What do you love to do? What parts of your work really light you up? And what are you feeling called to move forward with right now? So we are going to focus on that one service. That one service. And if that makes you start to sweat and you're like, well, I need to have multiple offers because people come to me for multiple things, have those if you want. I'm telling you, this focus and doing the energetic alignment work is what will catapult your business, period. I say this from someone who, this is how I do it. I used to be that person where I was like, let me have all five offers out. And once I found this focus and energetic alignment and feeling into what feels good to bring next, clients just, they start finding you. It's a really beautiful thing. Okay, the next thing I want you to do is I want you to really think hard about who your offer best serves. So let's say your offer best serves, women ages 40 to 60 at a turning point in their life. I want you to start to get just a little bit more curious about her. What specifically might she be going through? And then I want you to think about, and what is the outcome she gets? And I want you to focus on one outcome. Don't throw the kitchen sink. You're probably a people pleaser, recovering people pleaser, overgiver. I mean, hello, I'm part of that club too. And I know we just want to help people and we want our work to feel validated. And I'm going to, give you everything in the kitchen sink. If you promise one thing, more people will be more drawn to you because they're going to feel confident you can help them achieve that one thing. Isn't that cool? Win, win, win all around. Okay. Next thing we want to do is we want to price your offer in a way that honors and supports your energy and your income goals. So, with pricing, this is entry level pricing. Now, if this is making you go, okay, that's all right. I want you to actually feel into your light and I want you to relax and feel into this expansion. You know what? There's over 8 billion people on this planet. You just need to put yourself in rooms or in front of people that are going to have no problem paying this. I have other videos where I talk about healing the energetics of money. And what we want to make sure we understand is that when you are financially abundant and prosperous, you have so much more to give back. And there are so many ways you can help and support people. I have 5-figure packages, which serves a smaller group of people. And then I have, things like this YouTube or my podcast where I offer things for free and so many people benefit from that. And I have everything in between. So when it comes to money, you just need to let it go and just be like, you know what? The right people at the right time are going to step forward for my work, period. So with these offers, the other thing I actually teach is having a close proximity offer, which is say where you work with someone for 3 to 4 months for say $3,000 to $5,000 and they get custom bespoke support from you and guidance. And remember, what we want to focus on is not, okay, I'm going to do healing work for you for this time, or I'm going to do tarot readings for you from this time. You want to say, dear client, you are lovingly here. This is the outcome you can expect to experience here. So it's really helpful to go to ChatGPT if you're like, I'm not really sure what that is. You can go to ChatGPT and start saying, this is what it is I do. Can you please give me some ideas on what outcomes people are seeking? And then, of course, my program is Prism. I say Prism because I really help people bring out their unique energy and build a business, a custom business their way. And that part is so important because not all businesses are the same. And we have a custom AI bot in there if that's something that interests you, because clients are absolutely obsessed with this AI tool because it's built for business intuitives. Okay, so back to this. So you have either sessions that are 222 per hour or however long you want to do it. Or you can have another offer, another a little bit slightly bigger offer for 555, and you just need 9 clients. So when it comes to the numbers, the other thing you can do is, like I said, you can have a $5,000 offer and just have 1 client a month. It really doesn't matter. Price doesn't matter. It's your energy leaning into it that matters. If your pricing is in alignment with you and your goals, beautiful. Like that truly will move the needle more than anything else. The universe just will play a chess game. Oh, your offer is $19. Okay, here's people who want that. Oh, your offer is $19,000. Okay, here's people who want that. I have had people sign up for small $100 programs, and then I have people sign up for $20,000 programs, and it all takes the same amount of work. So whether or not you decide to price your offer for $200 or $2,000, I can promise you it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. All of our hangups are in our head. So we want to let go of those hangups, get into alignment, and feel into this. Okay, this is your practice. This is the step-by-step things you're going to do to get to where it is you want to be. I want you to actually share your offer 3 to 5 times a week. What I don't want you to say is, I have a offer to help you with life coaching or to help you with Reiki for this amount of money. Or I, offer tarot reading sessions and I've got a 3-month program. No, 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 no. I want you to be so intentional with your messaging. I want you to talk about where they're at and what outcome they can expect to have from you. And then your modality is in between. Imagine if I said, okay, Prism, the Intuitive Business Accelerator, is a course with live sessions that hold energetic space for you and provide business guidance and provide into, you'd be like, okay, I don't really care what your program is, Emily. And here I'm saying, I am going to show you step by step how to make $1,000 to $5,000 a month in your business. Now we go into this a little bit deeper in Prism. You get custom support from me in the group setting. I get to know people's businesses because I care. I care. People are not just numbers to me. I want you living your absolute best life and helping other people do the same. And I know that's what this work does because I do this work myself. You want to share results or experiences. Again, we're not getting back to your certifications or all of the other things that are important to you. We want to think in terms of what your client is currently seeking because your client woke up this morning with a problem and either you're going to solve it or someone else is. But you have this now, so you're going to be the one to solve this. So you're like, okay, step number one, oops, I've gotten into my alignment. I know what my offer is. I spent 15 to 30 minutes with ChatGPT and I got clear on my messaging and who I help. Okay, great. And next, what we want to do is say, all right, I want to speak to where my client is feeling challenged with right now. I'm not saying talk to their pain points, but they do need to know that you see them. And then you take them to the desired outcome. And when you do this, you are showing them. So, for example, I said, okay, I'm going to use an example for my intuitive business. In my intuitive business, like people have a hard time getting clear on what their knowing or their intuition is saying to them. I show you how to get full clarity with your intuition so that you can make daily decisions and big life decisions and trust it from yourself without needing a professional healer all the time. So that's an example of one very specific result or experiential outcome. For Prism, here I'm saying I can show you how to take your business from a couple of clients a month to six figures and multiple six figures. Both of those things are very clear. I'm like, here's where you were at before, and here's where you're going. Okay. And by the way, everybody has this in them. People come to me and they'll be like, Emily, I have all of these, different things that I do and blah, blah, blah. And then we nail it down to something that they just get so freaking excited about. It's within you, I promise. I've been through this process myself a bunch of times too. So that's how I know. All right. I also want you to talk in terms of stories. Tell stories about your experience, why you created this program, talk about client experiences, talk about how your process works, talk about what this has done for you, talk about what it's done for clients. Stories are how people connect. Now, whenever I share a client story, I always make sure I have permission and I always leave out dirty details. Just saying. Always, always, always have a clear call to action at the end. I cannot emphasize this enough. The results I get when I give people clear direction on ways to work with me is vastly different when I leave it up to the imagination or don't say anything at all. It's just facts. Okay, so this is your practice. So now you have your foundation, you have your offer, you're clear who you're talking to. Now you know you're going to share this offer 3 to 5 times a week. The importance of how you share this offer. I could have just said post your offer, but no, we're talking about how you're going to be sharing it. This part's so important. Okay, next, what you're going to do is you are going to start sharing your offer. You're going to talk about it in your Instagram stories. You are going to create content around it. And this content I want you to share your knowledge. Show people you know what you're talking about. Show people you know what you're doing. Share those testimonials. Share best practices. Share some how-tos. If your business isn't at six or multiple six figures yet, I would actually share a little bit more educational content just to show people you know what it is you're talking about. That's totally fine. The other thing you can do is you can actually talk about okay, this is what a client's process would look like. This is what you could expect. This part's really important because again, you just want to show people you know what it is you're talking about. That's one of the things that, people will come to me because there's so many people that sell business stuff online and people will say, but Emily, I can tell you know what it is you're talking about in this specific business realm, right? So it's important that when you begin to share your work, you remember it's important for people to see and sense, yeah, this person knows exactly what it is that they're doing. And you do. You absolutely do, or you wouldn't be here. If you're here, I know you've lived life and you have a lot of stuff to share. I'm not going to swear on YouTube, but you have a lot of stuff to share. Okay. I want you to think about, so now we've done the work. Let's say you've done the foundational work, and let's say it took you 20 minutes, 45 minutes. I don't want it taking more than an hour for you because I want you to kind of let it go. There's a beauty in you taking action and learning as you go. We are not waiting for everything to be perfectly lined up and then you show up. Life doesn't work that way, especially in this field. So I don't want you spending more than 45 minutes on the foundation and step two. That's enough. and get excited and then get moving and start talking to people about it. So the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to spend 10 to 15 minutes 3 to 5 times a week. Remember, you're in the growth phase of your business, responding to people's comments or DMs. I want you to go live. Go live 1 to 2 times a week. You're going to cover one key topic. You're going to talk about your offer every few minutes because some people are going to stay for your whole live. Some people are going to come in and out, and you want to keep referencing your offer. And if this feels awkward at first, it becomes much, much more natural. Believe it or not, people are there because they actually want to hire you. Some won't, and they'll leave, and that's fine. But there are people that want what it is you're offering. Also, I want you on your live to ask questions. So you're showing up confident. You can ask ChatGPT for some ideas on key topics. You can even set a notification to let people know when you're going live and what the topic is. You can put it in your newsletter. By the way, if you don't have a newsletter, that should be the number one thing you start with your business, period. Build your newsletter, build your newsletter, build your newsletter. I cannot emphasize that enough. In Prism, that's the number one thing I teach. Well, besides getting into the alignment work is number one, but when it comes to brass tacks, build your newsletter, period, and nurture it. So you're going to go live 1 to 2 times a week and you're going to talk about your offer every 5 minutes or so. I want you to engage with people, ask them questions, encourage them to ask questions. I want you to answer people's inquiries. However, if someone asks a question that is irrelevant or makes a rude comment, you have the option to ignore people, or you have the option to explain to people why it is that you don't talk about those or why it is you don't work that way. And it shows people your boundaries, which is a really beautiful thing. So have people engage. When I start a live and then people start showing up and I'm like, hey, welcome, hi Kim, hi so and so. And I'm like, we're talking about this and that today. How have things been for you? Have you been feeling? I just start asking questions right away. And then I get into demonstrating my skills and knowledge. So, what you want to do here is if you do healing work, you may actually say, and I'm going to do a voice activation for the next 1 to 3 minutes. Here's my process. I ground in first, I connect within first, I connect to a higher power so that my energy isn't drained when I do energy work, right? That's actually one of the things I teach my students. And you want to make sure, or maybe you're a life coach and you're like, try these 3 steps to get out of a funk, or try these 3 steps to accomplish writing your book, or try these 3 steps to make intuitive decisions about eating. Whatever your thing is. Or maybe you're like, I'm ready to be in a relationship this year. Okay, try these 3 steps. So demonstrate your skills and your knowledge. Next thing I want you to do is I want you to hop on to whatever algorithm you're on and just see what other people are saying in your area of expertise. What I don't encourage at all is going to those pages and commenting on other people's work so that people see you. When somebody comes to my page and they are trying to borrow from my audience to show their knowledge, or brands will sometimes come to my page and comment and pop off so that people come see their brand or see someone work and then goes over to their page. I always block those people because it's out of integrity to me to go to someone else's page and to comment and essentially freeload off of their hard work and the community that they've built. If a brand wants to work with me, they're going to pay me directly, and I'm going to let my audience know I've been paid to promote this brand, period. So go ahead and look and see what people are commenting, what they're talking about, and get inspiration, and then create your own unique content and perspective on it. Please, please, please do not put forth anything that's this beautiful, perfect, watered down, forget about it. People want to know what your opinions are. People want to know your perspective. How did you get this perspective? Why are you here? Talk about it. Be direct. Imagine if I was sitting here and I was like, hello, everybody. Step 3, engage. Connect and engage daily for 10. You'd be like, shh. You'd fall asleep. You'd move on. Forget it. Be yourself. Be yourself. You're building trust and visibility, and you want people to enjoy working with you. So show your personality so that people are like, oh, perfect. I want to work with her, or I don't want to work with her or them, whichever it is. Okay, so now we've got your 30 to 45 minutes foundation. We've got, let's say, an hour to 45 minutes tops live a week, plus 10 to 15 minutes, 3 to 5 times a week of just checking out the algorithm, active engagement, always respond to people's DMs and comments unless they're being rude, then we bless and block. We just bless and block because people like that are not in a good space if they're saying rude things. So you've got all of that. And now what we're going to do is you are going to really promote your offer. You are going to create 3 to 4 pieces of valuable content per week, and you are going to have a very clear call to action on how to work with you in each piece of content. So when it comes to creating content, 3 to 4 pieces of content should take you 30 minutes to an hour, just depending on how it is that you work and how used to doing this you are. What I like to do, I get something really, yummy, cozy, delicious to drink, and then I turn on some really good music and I just start jamming it out. And I'm like, oh, I'm like so excited. I've been wanting to say this and I want to talk about this, or I want to create a video about that. And you just get into it. Make sure that you schedule these out. Instagram, YouTube Studio, and TikTok Studio, you can schedule all these things out for free. You can also pay a program like Later to schedule it for you. And what I want you to do is start playing around with how you best present content. Share some educational stuff, tell some stories, show a little bit of behind the scenes, share testimonials. If you can get videos of testimonials, even better. Be so clear with your call to action at the end. Be so clear, be so obvious. Don't just assume people know how to find you. They don't. When by having a clear call to action, it increases people's engagement. I don't even know what the numbers are, but I can just tell you from my own business and people I work with in this field, we all say the same thing. It's like, oof, you put those call to actions at the end and people really, they'll take action. All right. So you create this 3 to 4 pieces of valuable content, you schedule it out. Next thing you're going to do, so in Prism, like I said, we have a custom AI bot. We have custom hooks for you. We also have the AI bot that will help you generate hooks from your own unique offer. You can also do this for free on ChatGPT. There is a review on Prism's website where someone's like, wow, this is actually a very different bot from me just using standard ChatGPT. Never be afraid to invest in yourself because you want to attract clients who are also used to investing in themselves. And at the same time, we want people to have complete autonomy that they know how to make the right decisions for themselves. When I say invest in themselves, what I am not saying is go into a crap ton of debt or, throw this course at the wall and see if it works. I'm not talking about that. Many of us have been there, done that. I get it. But truly feel into your gut, into your light, and be like, does this feel like a smart decision to help me move the needle forward? And I want you to be in your power with any decisions you make. And same goes for your clients. We trust, I mean, my clients, they're smart, intelligent gals, and they make smart, intelligent decisions for themselves. You want to trust that. And that gets back to the whole pricing thing and releasing these money blocks, right? We're not here to force anybody into anything. We present the information. If you want to sign up, great. If not, again, there's 8 billion people on this planet. Plenty of people are ready to sign up with you. I promise. This is where the real magic happens. When you are consistent. So now everything we've put together that I've shared with you is roughly 3 hours a week. 3 hours a week, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, so that you can now begin to make $1,000 to $5,000 a month. Are you kidding me? No, this does not include actual client sessions, and I understand that, but you have to be running a business in order to do the work you absolutely love. There is no such thing as having an all feminine business. I mean, that's not true. I'm sure there's people out there that just, they don't have Zoom, they don't have email, they don't have anything. They just run into people and get paid to be who they are. But the truth is, you want some stability in your life. You want reoccurring revenue. You want consistency. You want growth. You want your voice to be heard. You have this magic inside you that people need, and you know that. That's why you're here. So this is how you can create consistency. You can spread this time out a couple hours throughout your week to focus on your work and focus on not just your work, the things that move the needle. This is the number. If I could give anybody any takeaways, get so crystal clear with your offer, get so crystal clear with your offer, then get so poignant with your messaging and start playing around with it and see what resonates. And then you need to do the things that put you in front of more people, because the more people you're in front of and the more poignant you are with your messaging, people will find you. It's like a energetic syrupy balm. It's just they will come to you because they know you can help them. That's the connection. And the connection is what creates clients, incredible soulmate clients. So you don't need to do everything. You just need to do the things that you know move the needle. The other thing is remain in your flow. So we've talked a lot about, yes, we started with getting into alignment with what it is you want to offer, and we've talked about a lot of the divine masculine things that really ground things in for you, but also listen to your intuition. What if your intuition says to reach out to a magazine for a cross promotion or to go to a local event or host a workshop? Do those things. Follow your intuition always, and at the same time, you absolutely can create 3 hours in your week, 12 hours in your month to generate an extra $1,000 to $5,000. And do you know what's going to happen next? You are going to do more than just $1,000 to $5,000 a month. You're gonna gain so much traction, inspiration, insights, ideas. Your prices are gonna grow. Your programs are gonna grow. Maybe you start that membership you've been thinking about, or you write that book, or you decide you're gonna do group programs. That's when you start to get into the multi-six-figure mark. That it can be months away from the 1 to 5K months, easily, easily. And I'm also not saying to rush anything because I really believe we all have our own personal soul process with this. But when you have like an actual aligned strategy that feels good for you and you put business parameters in place like we've talked about today to guide you, it allows more of your feminine magic to flow through. This is exactly why I created Prism. I have my one-on-one mentorship. Just send me a DM on Instagram if you're interested in that. But if you feel like you're ready to work in a group collective setting with information, I give you guys step by step, workbooks step by step. You get the custom AI bot, and you're like, I'm ready to grow this. I'm ready to sit down, commit to this. The other thing I teach in this program is you take care of your energy first and your loved ones, and then you do the things we talked about today that move the needle in the business. And then you give your existing clients the best experience. And then you do all of the other stuff. That's when you take the courses and do the learning. That's when you chit chat with people on the back end. That's when you do your own personal healing work. You know, the people who show up in Prism, they do their own personal healing work as they feel called to show up more and more for this work. We talk about in Prism, I show you how to have your first $200,000 a year. I break it down numbers. I do not hide anything. Um, I also, and I talk about it from an actual intuitive business perspective, not just someone who's selling business work. And we also talk about doing the energetic alignment work. Calling in soulmate clients is very real and it absolutely works. I do it all the time. The other thing is I talk about how to like best practices, profit first for your business on the back end, where to invest in your business and where not to. I will never be the person that says, oh, you have to buy this or you have to get that. I give people options and I let them know the benefits to each, and then it's totally up to them which way they decide to go. The other thing is, it's so important to be in community with people who are also doing this. It's going to give you energy, it's going to give you community, spark, inspiration. Some people make new friends in these groups. And I myself, I'm someone, I love business. I actually help businesses beyond just intuitives and coaches, but from restaurants to professional athletes to artists, um, business owners, investors, real estate folks. I actually help real businesses outside of this work grow. So this is something I love to do. And when I say we talk about the woo, the woo, nothing is off limits. Nothing is off limits. I love all the things. I'm a medium slash house clearings slash energetic clearing slash intuitive business, all of it on the basis of helping someone be empowered. And what I love is that in Prism, you're going to say, oh my gosh, crystal clear action steps. This is how I build a clear, aligned six-figure foundational strategy to my business in a way that doesn't burn me out, in a way that does not sacrifice my values or the sacred work it is I'm doing. Just aligned business growth your way. You can join Prism today. It may be closed, it may be waitlisted, whatever feels right for you. Go ahead and send me a DM on Instagram if you want to chat. Either way, it is such an honor, our paths crossed. I know the world needs your work. Therefore, I am so glad you are showing up for it the way that you are. Until